Hello and welcome to a review of the LEGO Bootleg set from Winner. This is part of their Journey to the West sets. I previously reviewed their minifigure packs. However, apart from minifigure packs, they've also released a ton of these actual set and built sets, which for the most part contain all the characters you can get in those minifigure packs. So if you don't feel like buying all of the big sets but you like the characters, you can go ahead and get those packs and fill up these big sets. There's a lot of them. One of this box actually shows any of the other sets. Yes, it does. The instruction manual does. This is a medium-sized set. I decided to get a medium-sized one just to be able to tell you guys if the set's any good without going all out and getting the biggest one. Although the biggest one does look pretty nice. I'll show a picture of that in a moment. And they're not technically a bootleg because, well, the design's their own, but the parts, many of the parts are copies of Lego parts, so it's a 50-50 sort of thing. The patent of Lego bricks and Lego design, apart from the minifigures, have ended, so many other companies can do many bricks or similar designs such as these. So while they're not technically violating any copyright laws, they're obviously copying Lego pieces. For example, these plant pieces are the most obvious ones. So this is still, in my mind, categorized as somewhat of a bootleg. So yes, this is based on Journey to the West, a Chinese novel, one of the 4 famous novels in China, and some of it was used, the names pretty much, and the ideas of monkeys were used in Dragon Ball, but that's about it. And I guess some of the fantasy and palace in the sky and the clouds sort of thing. And here we have, well, I'm not sure what this is. There's some sort of mountain with the wizard guy at the top, a priest guy, or like Sky Governor. I haven't watched Journey to the West in a long time, so I can't remember any of these characters. I saw the animated series when I was a kid, and I liked it. So, but yeah, if you don't know already, the minifigure is actually pretty good from this. Side of the box, there's actually got a lot of stuff on the side of the box. I've only just looked at this for the first time. Yeah, the different flags. We got the Monkey King's like flower, like mountain flag. We got the Sky Palace flag. We got the demon flag, like the monsters and demons. And we have like the Dragon Palace flag. It also shows you 4 characters here, which are not exactly the correct size, like 1:1 scale. On the side of the box you have a QR code as well as of their website, so you can get more information by heading over to that QR code, as well as a picture of the set. There's some dimensions there in centimeters. Very small on this box. And on the back here it shows you some of the features. It says it gives you a piece remover thing right there, just like the Lego one, but in black. I can tell you it does not. I didn't get one of those, so you lie. So yeah, some basic features here, which include actually didn't even come with a rubber band. Well, at least I didn't see a rubber band in the entire thing. You're supposed to strap that to a rubber band, I guess, and flick these as flick missiles. You can rotate the seat here, and you can rotate this little training dummy on the fighting board thing. Oh yeah, like all of these Chinese things, there's a little handle on top of the box. It just makes it convenient to hold the box. I say that while I drop the box. Oh my silly me. And inside there is a sticker sheet, which is printed on transparent plastic. However, the instant feel and quality of this is not very good. It just feels like cheap label stickers that you get for actual labeling, like numbers and stuff. It just definitely feels cheap. The print details on them are okay, but probably because of this yellow backing card, it makes them not look okay. But I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're fine. And of course you have the instruction booklet, which is right here. And like I said, on the back of here it does show you other sets. So here are some of the other sets, and they, to be fair, they all look pretty interesting. I just didn't bother getting them. More light on that. So at the top here we have Monkey King's like throne, maybe? It's bunny there. Some other animals. We have this set that we're reviewing right now. There's Monkey King boat. This is the Sky Palace, the biggest set here on the left, which does look very impressive, and I can't help but feel like they've adapt to an actual Lego set. I can't remember if it's like a pirate set or a Ninjago set that they've taken the basic shape of and just changed it up. This one's definitely something from Legends of Chima that they just altered slightly. This one, yeah, these ones feel like Legends of Chima stuff. This one feels like Ninjago. And this feels like Shima, maybe? I'm not sure. We also have a flying tampon here. I mean a flying dragon thing with the Monkey King. And there were some spare pieces in here. The usual, like an extra sort of like just random pieces. I'm pretty sure I didn't see these in the instructions. There was an extra head just floating in the bag somewhere, so that's useful if you want an extra head. Extra beard. So these must go in somewhere, but the build is solid right now and it's not falling apart, so I can't be missing something too important. Oh well, I'll just treat them as extra pieces. Batch instruction itself, it's not bad, but it's not as easy to understand as Lego. For example, I mean, the book quality is printed very nicely, the paper's good. The first page here, they have all of your usual language warnings in Chinese and English. There's no instructions, it's actually the story. So I guess I'll read it. And while I read that, you can look at the box. Let's see how the English goes. Let's see. It's Chinese and English, and Sun Wukong, so that's the Mandarin pronunciation of the Monkey King's name. So the Monkey King followed the instruction on the jade and found the Fang Kun Mountain. It actually translates to the sort of square inch mountain. And he is very happy that to really have this mountain in the world. The Monkey King stand in front of the cave of the mountain, while the cave door opened. There is a young guy came and said, "You must come to learn the martial arts, ? Come with me." Sun Wukong followed the young guy to go into the cave. That sounds like a really bad thing, like, "Come here kids, come into my cave." The Master Bodhai is immortal. He knows why Sun Wukong come without asking a word. The Master Bodhai taught Sun Wukong the 72 transformation and how to powerfully to use the golden Kugel. After many years of study, Sun Wukong successfully learned the martial arts. The Master Bohai is glad to see Sun's achievements. The Master Bohai sent Sun to a stage to rise to the challenge. Mook is the opponent of... They wrote Mook. I'm looking at the Chinese now just to see what they're talking about. Actually, they're trying to say Mokyan, the wooden man. Mok means wood. So, but they should translate that as wooden dummy. But no, a Mook will do fine. So every time you see a wooden table, it's a Mook table. Mook is the opponent of Sun Wukong. His hands holding 4 knives, big knives. That's a knife. Knives and ready to fight with Sun. Sun jumped and pushed Mook down to the floor. By the time there is a stone man stand in front of Sun to stop Sun to go forward. Sun used his martial arts and golden Kugel to fight with the stone man. Finally, Sun Wukong won in this battle. So stone's okay to translate into from sek to stone, but not wood. They just say Mook, like Mook. Spelled M-O-O-K. It's ridiculous. But yeah, the instructions they get a bit complicated because they've tried to put arrows, as you see here, but they don't really. They're not stud accurate. Like, it's not the corner stud goes into whatever. It just feels kind of random, and I guess due to the colors as well of the pieces that they've used. You see, there's a thing that Lego does. Say you're building a Batmobile, you expect all the pieces to be black, but as long as you can't see the piece after the build is finished, Lego will use multiple different colors like yellow, blues, and reds that get hidden eventually, so it's fine, you don't see them, but it's very useful during the build to judge and know where the piece goes, because you're not just seeing a pool of black, you actually see bits of red and blue and stuff. And you know, so eventually it gets really complicated and very messy. Just using... I had to constantly look at later pages to see if I'm putting the place right. Like I look at this, I'm not sure, does that go exactly there or something, and I'll look at this image and see, oh yeah, it does go there. So there you go. And just before we look at the set, I'll say this: during the build, the set felt a little bit fragile. Now it's finished, it's actually okay. And to prove that it's actually quite solid, I'm just going to hold it on one end and place it in front of you. See, look, I'm just holding it right here and the whole piece is set. Okay. By the way, just like the minifigure packs, as long as you require one of the items on one of these trays, you get all 3 items. So you get a bonus sword and giant cleaver sword, just because this sort of brush item belongs to this old guy up there. So you get that. Won't really talk about the figures yet, we'll talk about them last, because you can check out the figure videos because they're identical. These 4 figures I've already reviewed in the other minifigure packs, so you can look at that if you just want to look at the figures. And yeah, so we've got the gimmicky stuff here, and yeah, no rubber bands here, so I can't really do you know, the effect, so that's missing. I'm going to keep it as missing because it didn't come in the box. You can put your own rubber bands there if you want to. Now this stage here is pretty solid, like that. That's pretty good. That's okay after it's been built, and I like the little effects there that they've decided to do by adding some transparent white stuff there, just to give it a wave effect, and it looks pretty nice. It looks pretty good, very, very effective. If I'll just show you the bottom here, you actually get 2 really big blue pieces. Now that's cool because, you know, we do like big plates, and for the most part you see it's quite flat when it's done. Now it's not the flattest thing in the world, but I've had Mega Block sets that don't quite stay flat once the thing is built, so it's better than Mega Block's plates from the olden days when they were still kind of doing Lego-ish scale minifigures, like the Ninja Turtle sets that they did years ago for the 2002 series, not the new one. They've improved a lot now, but back then their plates were really bad. So if you have any Mega Block sets from back then, this is better than that. The pieces feel a little bit rough, a little bit hard around the edges, and I guess there's still a bit of oil on them. Like, you know, I'm just touching like that, my hands are fine, but after building this set for the first time, my hands feel a little bit irritated, either due to any remaining oils on the pieces, or because some of the pieces felt kind of rough, so I guess I was constantly scratching my hands while building it. And you can see this whole thing here is pretty secure, pretty solid, so the clutch is definitely good for the most part, but some of the pieces, they definitely feel uneven. Some pieces are tighter than others, some pieces, nothing is ever too loose, but there's always pieces that feel a little bit too tight, and when you're snapping them together it does get a little bit annoying. So you got that going on, and especially if you just see the back here, the sort of Technic bar piece, the plus shape piece here, those were very annoying. They were very tight, just like the older Shinyon Technic bars. Those were very tight. It was very unpleasant to push into the little rings, and that was really annoying. But the thing does work once it's done, and this seat does rotate and stuff, so that's cool. Doesn't rotate too smoothly though. Oh! Well, it's unplugged. And, well, that leaf came out. Can I... what? Yeah, some of the building choices on this isn't very good. Many pieces are just hanging on just a single block, and they can easily fall off. That's due to the design of the set itself, and the design that they wanted to achieve. Like they wanted to have a seat in the sky, so you got bits like this that can probably just come off if you push it down or something, because there's nothing supporting it. Well, this side's a bit better than the other one, but the other one was pretty bad. That came off pretty loose. And here, what happened? Why is this doing this? Oh well, seats come off. That's annoying. And these little jar things always come off. Oh, I fixed the seat. Let's see how long it stays on here if I do the rotating thing again. La 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 la. Can I do a full rotation without it falling off? Well, yes I can, this time. Good. The overall design of this set is pretty nice, especially if you're from Asia. You definitely appreciate the things that they've done around, like this tower hall here and these jars. They all look very accurate to, you know, traditional styles. Like I said, some of the design isn't very good. You got pieces just relying on just a few studs like that. You see, I can't even plug this thing back on without this falling apart. Oh, more pieces falling apart. So there's definitely design defects here and there. Get back. Oh, come on, get back. There we go. So that. Oh my God! These are definitely problems. I'm not gonna cut this out of the video so you can see me getting. That's my fault this time. So you see me getting annoyed at it. So you know what to expect. But apart from that bit, and these jars here, well, not that one, this one comes up a bit easier. The overall build is okay. Just be careful with the center structure support down here when you're building it. But once it's built, it does stay on pretty secure. You see, it's not really falling off or anything. So that's good. And it is a pretty big set for the price you're paying for. It's a pretty nice looking set. And there goes the tree again. You watch it. So there you go. So a pretty nice set overall. Finally, the figures, they are decent, just like the minifigure packs. There are slight differences between one of these figures at least. The Friends figure here of this woman, her hair stays on a bit better than the one in the minifigures pack, but that's I guess due to random luck. She has a jacket here which can come off. Now her neck is actually painted in the skin colored paint, which it's an okay idea until it just gets in the way, because this is molded in white plastic, the main body, but the paint gets a little bit thick around the neck, so it actually gets really annoying to attach the head. It feels very tight. As for the arms, it has the reverse thing. The arms are actually molded in the skin plastic with white paint painted on top of it, so the joint where the hands plug into the torso feels a bit off, and because they didn't apply enough paint on the neck actually looks like she's got sunburn when compared to the rest of her head plastic. You plug in, be good. There you go. The wizard guy is pretty much identical, so he's just a wizard guy, and so is the stone guy, so that's good, identical. Well, his left leg is a little bit loose, but not to the point of being annoying or a problem. That's fine. As for Wukong right here, the Monkey King, the print is pretty excellent, just like the minifigure pack. However, there is a big difference here, and that is his face is it's not just a red head. It's actually his flesh-colored head with a face printed there. So you're gonna have to keep this centered right there. And there's a look at the back printing. Wukong and the other figures have back printing because they just don't. Pretty good print actually, pretty nice design, I like it a lot. Do want to point out that those figures have that stupid little molding bump on some of the heads, and depending on how this is printed, they might appear on the front of the face or the back of the head, which is not a concern, but when it's on the front then it can get a little bit annoying. Fortunately this is a rock demon, so I'll just say that's just his rock shape. Before we move on to conclusion, I do want to point out the two printed pieces on this set. These two transparent green disc pieces that attach onto a stud on the back. And have pretty nice logos printed on there and some words there on a scroll. It's like magical words, which says Tuts up ye. Can't read the last word, it's too small. Also really blurry. I can't read the last word, but whatever that says, it's pretty nice little design on these printed transparent lime green pieces. So overall, I do recommend this set. If you like Journey to the West or the Monkey King in general, this is a pretty nice set to have. Now, do I necessarily recommend this set over the others? Judging by the quality here, no, probably not this set. If you're only going to get one set, I definitely recommend the Giant Palace set, because that has pretty much a lot of everything, and just get some of the minifigures. If you want just a small set, the boat one's pretty nice. And then that boat one's pretty nice, so you can get that, or yeah, so those two I recommend. And you know, you can definitely just pick up some of the minifigure packs of random figures and the boxes and just add them to these bigger sets. But as a thing on its own, I chose this because this was the medium size and can judge the best of both, like big and small. And this one also has a good amount of minifigures, like 4 minifigures for a medium size set is pretty decent. And for the amount of pieces you get and price you're paying for, this is actually quite a substantial set. It doesn't look that big, but when you think about it, you have a front area here and a back area, and actually quite a lot of sea area. So you can almost have 3 different scenes going on. And if you just take the back here, you have another doorway. So there's actually quite a lot of stuff going on here, and I like the little subtle details such as the plant life, the water waves splashing, and little Chinese designs here and there. So yes, if you think you like the look of this, the build isn't too hard at all. Just have to pay for the shipping probably, because it's a pretty heavy set. A lot of pieces in here, a lot of small pieces as well that you don't quite see in the final build, but it's, you know, got little bits hiding everywhere. So yeah, it's a good little toy, and you know, good if you don't like the monkey game, you can still use it for many Chinese or Asian builds. So it's decent. Good modes for Planet of the Apes, maybe? Just swap the body with like a different clothing, armor or something. Yeah, Planet of the Apes. There you go. Get some of these minifigure packs and make your War of the Planet of the Apes movie trailer thing. If you found this video useful or enjoyable, please consider clicking the like button, subscribe button, or leaving a comment below on how you feel about this set or some of the other Journey to the West monkey stuff. And let's see what else this winner bootleg set is going to do after this. Maybe do some more original stuff and original molds. That's pretty cool. Some of the minifigures here with their own special molds. That's nice. But I'm still sad that they used the Friends design for the female figures. That sucks. But yes, as always, you can check out my other LEGO videos based on official and bootleg stuff. Some really crappy bootlegs, some really good bootlegs. And as always, you can also check out my other toy reviews on SH Figuarts, Figma, Star Wars, Kamen Rider, Aliens, etc, etc, etc. Hopefully with ad block turned off, I'd appreciate that so much, because without the ads I won't be able to do this channel at all. And you can also support me on Patreon if you think this channel deserves to keep growing, as I also do animation on just the bigger 318 channel, not toys reviews. So you check those out too. I intend to start doing another animation piece, like next week. Hopefully film that next week. I'm trying to get that through. Not going to say what it is yet. But as always, you don't have to do any of that. Take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now. Oh, and don't steal any magical peaches.